Hey gang, this is Matt Sumstein. This is our second video of 2016, and we're going to cover some of the interpretations of the blindside block as we interpret it here in Hawaii and a number of other states. I'm going to let this play run through. You can see it is a change of direction punt return. There's a lot of action. I'm going to leave you the announcer's commentary and come back to you.
Uh-oh, Hooley goes down. Levi sets up a block. Flags are everywhere.
Yeah, this hit right here is why they put in the rule. It's a dangerous hit. It's a 200-pound player running full speed to a guy who doesn't see it. It knocks the helmet off. It puts a guy into a state of unknowing and possibly even ejection.
So Anson Levi is down. The officials are conferencing right now to determine if that hit was flagrant enough to warrant an ejection.
Well, there's a lot going on that play, and we're going to really in detail take a look at 4 of these blocks, starting when the reverse field begins. The player highlighted is the person blocking, and the person who's pursuing as the yellow vision toward the runner, and the blocker has the red arrow direction. Now, if he goes that way, he's got to initiate open hands, head up. If he initiates forcefully with the shoulder, it's a foul, but he doesn't. You can see that he slides down to the right, and this is what's referred to as a screening blindside block. So there's no seek and destroy aspect to this. He's moving parallel. The contact is not initially forceful, even though he does lead with the shoulder, so that's a legal blindside block. Now, as the rest of this play opens up and develops, we're not going to see much from this angle. We're going to come back to the end zone, but what you want to see is we've got 3 trainers and coaches immediately going onto the field. This was immediately recognized as the type of hit that we're trying to avoid. Get into the end zone view and see how these set up. The first one, you can see that the pursuing player has eyes on the runner, and he is contacted from his blind side forcefully with the shoulder, and that force is enough to put him on the ground. You could also see by that still shot that the helmets align. This is a very common occurrence on blindside blocks, which means you could have a combination illegal blindside block and targeting call. Now, let's look at the second one. You can see 52, he has eyes on the defender, and the defender is not in a seek and destroy mode. He's moving away. And when these players come together, it's a cooperative block. 52 white and 21 red, they are both coming together, equally committed to running into each other, and they're both taking a safe approach to it. That is not a blindside block. The fourth and final block we're going to look at shows that the pursuing player in white is completely focused on the runner. The kick return player, number 31, is lining up for a long run at him. Now, he can complete a legal blindside block by keeping his hands out and initiating that way with his head up. But if he initiates with his shoulder, this will be an illegal blindside block. And you can see he crouches down and there's an upward thrust. And an upward thrust is a high-risk indicator for targeting, which is what we also have here. So even though the contact was initiated in the high chest, because of the forceful upward thrust, that force is all part of the same contact, and that is also targeting. That's a flagrant foul and justification for a disqualification. Well, that's it for this one, gang. I know I went a little bit longer than I anticipated, but there was a lot going on that punt return, a lot of good things to discuss. So, good luck moving forward. Hope you all have a great season.